This video right here is about why you are failing to manifest your reality. Okay? And so we're going to jump straight in. Now, the reason that you fail to manifest your reality is because your body, and particularly your heart and your brain, is not holding, maintaining, or generating, okay, an enough electrical charge to send your thoughts out into the universe in order to alter and attract atoms in order to manifest reality, which would reflect your subconscious mind. And so let me break down how this works, okay? And there's religion is a reason as well, because it's a mind virus, and I'll tell you why. Your brain is like a computer, okay? Your mind is like the internet. There's one internet. There's one collective consciousness that we all call the mind. But we process this mind individually through what we call personality. Okay, and your personality is deemed by your past experiences, which modulate and dictate and regulate your present mode of psychology. So for example, there's one Facebook, there's one Instagram. It's not 50 different Instagrams. There's one Instagram, but it's billions of users, aka billions of profiles, aka billions of different individual psychological modules expressing themselves. So there's one mind, but there's different individual processing methods to how people use this mind. Some people don't use their mind at all, and this is why you see dumb shit happening in the world, okay? Some people don't use God consciousness. Some people use artificial intelligence that they believe is the mind, but it's really egotistical and artificial means of reality. And so with that being said, let me give you an example of you not using your mind. Using your mind would be, well, the universe did not put cigarettes here, okay? So I'm stressed out. So I'm going to go do something healthy and natural, like jog or work out or use a natural means to get rid of the feeling I'm having. Not using your mind, but thinking you are would be, I'm stressed out, I'm finna go smoke a cigarette because that's what stressed out people do. No, that's called artificial intelligence, because cigarettes are artificial products, okay? And to think that it's intelligent to use that to gain an intelligent outcome is called artificial intelligence. So you can take that understanding and do that. People do this shit every day. I don't feel beautiful, so I'm gonna buy an artificial product to put it on my natural self because I want a natural feeling from an artificial product. So you can actually see right now if you're using your mind or not. But getting back on point and back on task, when we're talking about manifesting your reality, the same way your phone don't have no signal and you can't send a text or you can't make a phone call, is the same way you can't manifest your reality. Now I made some points earlier about not only generating but maintaining your frequency. Now your aura, right? We could say aura, we could say whatever you want to call it. But for scientific means, so that you can research it, it's called a biofield, okay? So your biofield, produced by your biological self. Now let me give you the makeup. When you first born, your cells are the size of a dot at the end of a sentence, aka a period, okay? Now these cells eventually turn into trillions of cells, which make up who you are today. Now what you don't know is that each of these cells have an electrical currency, which is more powerful than a bolt of lightning. So you as a human being is more powerful than a bolt of lightning. So think of that one cell you started off of and the trillions of cells that you turned into as you're sitting here watching this video. And just one out of them trillion cells has more electromagnetism, okay, and a more electrical power surging through it than a fucking lightning thunderbolt. Now you take that understanding and multiply that by the trillions and trillions of cells you're made up of, then you can fully understand how powerful you are. And you're supposed to draw energy from these cells via oxygen, okay? But a lot of people don't breathe or eat correctly, okay? And I'm going to go into that as well in a second. But with that being said, not only do you have trillions of cells conducting this amount of energy, now you have a heart, which is 100,000 times more electromagnetically powerful than the brain, which we know through neurocardiology, the heart controls the brain. So your cellular biological self is producing electricity, your heart is producing electricity, causing your brain to produce electricity in the form of hertz frequencies, and all of this together is biologically creating an electromagnetic field, aka your sixth sense, okay? So your 5 physical senses help you process phenomena via taste, touch, sight, sound, smell. Your 6th sense, as I did a whole entire video on, helps you process phenomena via the electromagnetic grid. And so this is called your biofield, the electromagnetic field produced by your biological self. Now, let's say you're eating properly and you're doing proper things. Okay, this field will be strong. Okay, so for example, if I was to ask you right now watching this video, what's the #1 conductor of electricity, and give you 2 seconds to answer, some of you just even said or thought water. You're wrong. Water is not the #1 conductor of electricity. Don't worry, I once believed it too until I did proper research. Now, the reason that water conducts electricity, okay, is because it has minerals in it. Now, the thing about minerals is, once again, it's an oxymoron word. It's just like the analogy I gave with gun. If I say gun, what kind of gun? A BB gun, pop gun, cap gun, water gun, firearm? What kind of gun? Nail gun? So if I say mineral, a mineral can be organic or inorganic. Water conducts electricity when it has metals in it, okay? That's an inorganic mineral to the body that the body cannot break down. So we know that even some forms of rocks are unnatural, some forms of rocks are natural minerals. Let's just say even a natural mineral. Do you go in your backyard and fucking eat rocks? No, because your body cannot biologically degrade and digest a rock. So we understand that when water contains minerals that are not supposed to be in there, and a lot of these are metal, okay? The metal particles is what is conducting the electricity. When you drink pure water that has 0 contaminants within it, it does not conduct electricity. You can go right now, get you some motherfucking water, okay? Dilute it, okay? Take you a wire, okay? Conduct some electricity in a light bulb at the other end of that wire, put it in the water, and the light bulb will not light up as long as that water has 0 contaminants in it. This is a fact. And so the reason that your body conducts electricity is because you have natural minerals and metals in your body, such as iron in your blood, etc. And so this is how your body is actually helping to conduct your electrical charge, even though you're made up of 85% water. And so now, why is this important? Not only are you supposed to eat alkaline foods. Alkaline is just a word that denotes foods that contain an electrical charge. Okay, that's what alkaline means. So you're supposed to eat foods that contain an electrical charge, okay, and then drink water which sustains your electrical charge. Not contaminated water, but sustaining water. And so that being said, you're supposed to maintain your electrical charge, not just through dietary means, okay, but through relationship means, okay? Not just relationships with yourself, psychologically, but with people, places, and things, okay, aka nouns. Because you're supposed to be able to draw inspiration, not just from yourself, but from others around you as well as history. Inspiration, inner spirit, inner spiral, Fibonacci sequence, 1.618, okay? So with that being said, when we're talking about inspiration, okay, we're talking about your inner frequency, your inner spiral, your spirit, okay? So you're a person, okay? A person is a percentage of the sun. We know that the sun is a giant ball of electromagnetism, which vibrates into physical form. And so that being said, you are a percentage of this electromagnetism. And so that being said, you have so much energy available to you that you just totally waste. Now, before I go into the science, I have to give you more of a blueprint so you can understand how powerful you are as a human being. There's a graph called an electrosomnographic scanner, and this graph calculated the minimum and maximum difference of a human's aura, aka biofield, into where it can stretch in length. And the minimum was 1 mile, and the maximum was 3,100 miles. So this is how you can tell people who got strong auras or strong spirits, because when they walk in a room, their presence is felt. And people that's timid, who don't got strong spirits, that when they walk in the room, their presence ain't felt. And so understand that you have the power to be felt 3,100 miles away. That's 3,100 miles away. So understand your actual power as a humanoid entity. And so now we want to talk about why you're not manifesting things in your life. Because out of all of this power that you have, okay, it's channeled out of the pineal gland. And so, what's happening is once the Kundalini energy circumnavigates up the spine, it actually pushes the pineal gland open like a door. And there's a nerve tract in your brain called the neuromelanin nerve tract, which actually makes liquidized melanin. And this liquidized melanin gets stored in the 3rd ventricle of the brain. So once the Kundalini energy pushes open the pineal gland, this liquidized melanin secretes into the 4th ventricle of the brain and stimulates the brain. But more importantly, it stimulates what you call dipple antennas, which are melanated tissue receptors located in between the internal and external layers of your skull. Hence, this is why they call your hair your antennas, because your hair is actually an extension of these dipple antennas. This is why when you pull your hair and you feel that nerve and it hurt, that's your dipple antenna. And so what's happening is, boom, when you got all this electromagnetic vibrancy, okay, coming out your biofield, and then it's being channeled out of your pineal gland upon the activation of Kundalini energy and the stimulation of neuromelanin. And so now your dipple antennas is actually what make you more psychic, and this is what puts your brain in a delta state, and this is what allows channelers to channel, etc. And so now, why is it important? Your dipple antennas is what give you a direct communication with the cosmos. So the reason that you're not able to manifest is because people and places and things, as well as you yourself, is lowering your level of vibrancy and frequency. So not only are you not channeling your Kundalini energy, even if you are, your signal is not strong enough, okay? So let's say out of a scale of 1 to 10 of the power of your biofield, aka the signals on your phone, you don't got 4 bars. Nigga, you barely got 1. Because everything you do is poisonous to your own consciousness. And so we are lowering the level. If you got a negative person around you all day, or you have an energy vampire, or you got somebody that's sucking you all day, they're taking energy from you. And so we giving our energy to everything else but our own self, and focusing on our own self. And this is why religion is such a poison, because religion actually usurps your ability to manifest your own reality, because the way the universe works is the universe reacts to you. So the left hemisphere of your brain is positive, okay? That's your masculine. And the right hemisphere of your brain is negative. That's your feminine. So your brain is a magnet, okay? Negative, positive charge, masculine, feminine. And so what's happening is the universe is, your brain works like a magnet, and the universe does not act upon you. It reacts upon you. So let me give you an example. If I don't like, I gave this example before, I'm gonna give it again. If I don't like this color yellow behind me, okay? The universe didn't tell me not to like yellow. I told the universe I didn't like yellow, and the universe presented a cognition of that reality which fits my understanding. So the universe is reacting on you. It's not acting on you. What religion does is it tells you there's a guy in the sky outside yourself named God who's acting upon you outside of your control. And so what's happening is you get all of this charge up and you get all of this inspiration, and then instead of taking your life in your own hands, okay, what you do is you say, well, everything happens for a reason, it's all in God's plan, and all of the other bullshit excuses that y'all use to not be responsible for your own destiny. And so what's happening is you being told not to make a phone call on your phone because somebody else gonna make the call for you, okay? And so your body is a cell phone, metaphorically speaking, and your thoughts and your prayers, okay, or whatever you want to do, think of that as like a text message or a phone call. Now, could you imagine waiting on me to call another motherfucking place for you to check on your own job application? You better call your own guy. You better call that motherfucking place yourself and check on the status of your app. Don't wait. What you waiting on me for? So could you imagine living a life waiting on a God to manifest your motherfucking reality for you? And so now religion is why, that's why religion is called a mind virus, because your brain is a computer and your mind is the internet. And religion is telling you that you can't use the internet because somebody else is using the internet for you. So whatever that's like, you can't choose what you Google choose what the fuck you see for the day. That's what religion is basically telling you. Everything is in God's plan. You don't have no control over your life. Anything that happens in your life is God's reason. Instead of you saying, you know what? I have the power to attract in my life what I want versus going to look. And so this is why a lot of people are not manifesting what they want, because you don't understand how the universe works, okay? You don't chase your dreams. You attract your dreams. You don't chase a person. You attract a person. You don't catch a fish. You attract a fish. Nobody goes fishing and motherfucking chases the fish. You make the fish come to you. Okay? So this is how the universe works. You don't make your dreams and goals something that you chase. You prepare yourself to attract that to you. Okay? The motherfucking, nobody goes looking for the NFL. The NFL goes looking for the best player. All you got to do is prepare yourself to make sure the NFL is ready to see you. Nobody goes looking for boxing. Nobody calls HBO and says, hey, HBO, I'm a good ass boxer and you need to come look at me in my gym. No, you knock motherfuckers out. Prepare yourself to be one of the best boxers in this decade, and HBO gonna call you. And so that being said, this is the way the universe works. And so people not manifesting their dreams because for one, psychologically, you chasing something when you don't realize that science is not to chase. The science is to attract. A lot of people can't find the ideal partner because they chasing and looking for some shit, when all you gotta do is become the type of person that you see in that type of relationship, and you'll attract the type of person that see themselves in that type of relationship. So the universe is on the law of attraction. It's reactionary. It's not actionary. Now bringing that back to the science. Let's say even if you got that science down pat, you still may not be powerful enough to send your thoughts out, or you still may not be prepared enough to have these thoughts answered upon. Because I did a video on dietary manipulation, okay, the demonic agenda of dietary manipulation, where we eating foods and we don't realize these foods got aborted fetuses in them, human blood in it, etc., etc. So now, spiritually, we trying to access the spiritual plane to manifest the reality, but we not coming back as we left. So you left the spiritual plane pure and you reincarnated as a child. And then 18 years later, let's say you deemed an adult in America, now you getting into meditation, you getting conscious, but you've been eating McDonald's all these years and you an undercover cannibal and you don't know that it's aborted fetuses in the damn pop and in the damn food. So now you trying to go back to the spiritual plane and make a request, but you coming back as a fucking cannibal. Okay, you coming back as a demonic entity. So the outcome that you're trying to manifest is not available to you in that form because the frequency and the beings that you're trying to get that outcome from don't service you like that. Now maybe if you was talking to Satan, you know, hypothetically speaking, I'm just saying Satan because so many people blame the devil on being Satan when Satan is just a imaginary character. But you know, for laying terms, if you was talking to Satan or whatever devil you believe in, okay, maybe your motherfucking your answers might get prayer because you prepped yourself to be a demon. And so you can't be, that's like you an angel and somebody come up to you who been eating dead babies for 10 years and they saying, please make this happen in my life. You're gonna be like, get the fuck out of here with your baby eating ass, because that's all you see is frequency. You don't speak language. Now if I was the devil and you came to me and said make this happen, I might say yeah, I'm gonna make that happen because you doing demonic shit. And so a lot of the times, not only is our vibrancy low because people are negative around us, people not inspiring us, we not inspiring ourselves, TV's not inspiring us. So not only do we got a low low bars on the cell phone ain't even the same no more because the carrier just switched service. You went from an angelic service to a goddamn demonic service. Okay, you went from T-Mobile to goddamn Cricket. And so that being said, we not manifesting our dreams simply because we don't understand the law of attraction versus the law of chasing. Okay, chasing is illusionary. We don't understand the power that we actually contain, that we actually can channel to cause an effect. Because now you might say, well, Pharoh, how do you know that the universe is reacting to you? Boom, light. You are a light being. Melanin is solidified sunlight. And so with that being said, photons, not protons with PR, photons with PH. Photons, okay, are molecules found only at the tip of a sun ray. A photon is matter and antimatter combined into one, aka spiritual and physical, aka physical and metaphysical. And so what happens is your body biologically digests photons. And these cells that I spoke of earlier, your nervous system, your brain, all the aspects of your biological and physiological self download and digest and process light. You even see through light. Light refracts in your eyes, is converted into electromagnetic signals by the optic nerves, carried to the back of the center of vision, refracted out again, and this is how you see, this is how you are experiencing what it is you believe you see. So the only thing about reality that's different from a video game is that you can smell it and feel it. If you can play Call of Duty and actually feel getting shot and smell the damn blood when a grenade go off, it'd be no different than living life right now. So being in this body is like the ultimate video game. And so why is this important? As you're continuing to digest and download photons and light, what's happening is your biological self is digesting them, and then your body emits these photons out in the form of what is called biophotons. And then what biophotons do is they become photons which carry your biological signature on it energetically, and what they do is they attach themselves to and reconstruct atom molecules to fit the psychologically of the entity biologically that they were just emitted from. And so this is how perception actually works in regards to particle physics. So once again, if I walk into a room and another person walk into a room, if they smell something and they convince themselves they like it, then their reality and the structure of everything vibrating around them will emit a positive image. If I smell something I don't like it, then the structure around me will emit a negative image. So the way you change over reality is you change the way you feel and you change the way you think about something. And this is where hypnotists do this all the time. You can see hypnotists, somebody will be scared of spiders, and the hypnotist will tell you you're not scared of spiders, and they be holding a spider and it don't be no problem. And as soon as you tell them now you're scared of spiders again, oh my God, I'm touching the spider. Only difference between their interaction and the spider is what was in their own mind. And so when you learn how to control your own mind and you learn the law of cause and effect, okay, in synchronicity and in coincidence with the law of attraction, that's when you touch God power. That's when you become godhood. And this is what they don't want you to know. So this is why they push religion down your goddamn face. And this is why they don't teach what you call esoteric sciences, which mean hidden sciences, to the public, because they don't want you to take responsibility for your own reality. Because as long as you're not taking responsibility for your own reality, you're allowing somebody else to do so, which makes you the slave to their reality. And so with that being said, this is the reason why you're not manifesting your dreams. Simply because you won't change your fucking heart, and you won't change your fucking mind, and you won't get rid of God, so that you can become the God and take responsibility for the direction of your own energy. Now I know that sounds like some crazy ass shit, and I know that sounds like it's too good to be true, but motherfucker, try it. How about you do that? How about you get the fuck up off your ass and stop complaining about some shit, and change your environment and change your set of friends, and see don't your life change. If you broke all the time and you around motherfuckers that's broke, how about you just don't hang around nobody? See how much money you save, huh? Just don't hang around nobody. If you let motherfuckers borrow money all the time, tell them motherfucker no, and don't give a fuck about how they feel, and see don't the level of you saving money start to change. If you know having a hard time learning something, how about you switch the way that you trying to go about learning? How about you do that? Instead of praying that the answer come to you, instead of praying that God give you the answer, how about you manifest a situation where the answer come to you? And so there's, even vocabulary, okay, is nothing more than grammatical prison terms on our minds. And so even when you say a sentence and you use terms in grammar, grammar comes from the French word grimoire, and a sentence is a punishment by definition, and the term is the length of time of that punishment. So you use grimoire, which is a French word which means to summon demons. So you use grimoire, grammar, demon summoning mediums, to put punishments, aka sentences, and terms, aka lengths of time of that punishment, together for yourself. So now why is this important? Why is this important? Can't is a term. It's a punishment on your motherfucking mind. Something that don't even exist. I can't. Do you know why you can't do something? Because you fucking said you can't. Imagine if the English language never would have invented can't. It'd be so many people achieving, because you wouldn't have an excuse for your own motherfucking laziness. And so you wouldn't have cursed yourself, okay, by even spelling out that word. Hence, writing in cursive and spelling is casting curses and spells on yourself. And so with that being said, bringing this back important, the reason you're not manifesting your reality is because you're not doing things that conduct enough charge. You're not purifying your heart and purifying your soul to where the universe and whatever spirit guides and beings around you will actually aid you, guide you, and receive what you asking for, okay? And then for 3, okay, you're not understanding what's set in place outside you to even battle you, even if you're doing the first 2 steps, such as media, social media, words, okay, negative people, tragic things on the news. They do false terroristic acts and put it on the news just to lower the goddamn frequency of the planet. Don't let motherfuckers in America be getting along too long. Don't let white people and black people start arguing over racism. Don't let America be going too peaceful. Next thing you know, some magical racist shit gonna be on the news to throw everybody in the uproar. Okay? Because they want to control the frequency. It's all about frequency control. Why? Because you don't know how to control your own frequency. So when we're talking about even the 4th Amendment in the Constitution, everybody has a right to privacy. The first thing that you want to have a right to privacy to is your own motherfucking soul. How you gonna have a right to privacy to your soul if it's a God up there watching every goddamn thing? God don't respect your motherfucking right to privacy? If I'm taking a shit, God don't motherfucking close his eyes? Okay? If I want to do something, good or bad, God don't mind his motherfucking business. So with that being said, you're the God. There ain't no God in the sky. And once you take responsibility of that, you understand that God stands for generator, organizer, and dispenser. G-O-D. Generator, organizer, and dispenser of your reality. Okay? And if you're not taking responsibility for your reality, then somebody else is. And then you're going to now be exactly where you are now watching this video, wishing that your life was better. When you don't realize your life can be better. And if you got to hurt some motherfucking feelings to do it, then do it. As long as it's righteous, you don't owe nobody no motherfucking explanation. Now, we're not saying go out here and be a demonic entity and hurt people's feelings. But we saying if you want to better your motherfucking... Let me give you an example, right? We got situations where a person might want to get out of a game. But you feel like if you get out of the game, niggas gonna try to kill you. Or you feel like they gonna try to beat you up. Or you feel like people gonna, you know, think negative of you. So all three of these fears, okay? Because remember, I got my own acronym for fear. Being forgetting that energy can always be rearranged. So the fact that you are in fear of these outcomes, you use that as an excuse to not do what you honestly want to do in your heart, which is get out of a game. And so as much as those might be valid or big or small reasons depending upon your perception, it's still no excuse for not doing something that you want to do, which is getting out of a game. And so we take that understanding and apply that shit to people every day. People go to jobs they don't want to go to. Why people you know, make excuses of why they can't go back to school. People make excuses of why the fuck they won't get out of school and start their business. We just got excuses for every motherfucking thing. People want to go to the gym, don't never go. People want to be smart, don't never want to read. We got so many fucking excuses for why we don't manifest ourselves into the person that we want to become. And then, you know, it's even more of an impact, because now what the excuses do is they put your external self on a different discourse than your internal self. So internally, you want to become this person, but externally, you taking yourself down a path that would not be that person. So let me give you an example. If you want to be healthy and be fit and have a better body, let me just give you an example. Better body, you want to be healthy, right? Now all of a sudden you care about your health. You just seen a Dr. Savvy video, you've been inspired, that your inner spirit, your inner spiral, your electromagnetic field has broadened and ascended. He's raised your vibration, right? Now you want to be healthy. And then that was Monday. Now that was the internal prophecy. But externally, you didn't fulfill the prophecy. You didn't work out. You didn't stop eating fucking McDonald's. You didn't stop watching motherfucking dumbass shit on TV. You didn't do nothing externally to reflect how you feel internally. So the reason you're not manifesting, another reason you're not manifesting your reality is out of everything I just named, one of the most basic common sense observatory principles is your external self is not taking you to the destination that your internal self want to go, because you're not being real with yourself, because you're scared of a potential consequence, because you're giving it importance in your mind. Okay? And so with that being said, if you're afraid of death, then you'll be afraid of life. You'll be afraid to live, because whenever somebody threatens you with death, it'll immediately stop you from making a right decision. How many people in the world have the key to freeing humanity from the elites, but they don't speak out in public because they afraid of fucking death? Like, you can't give a motherfucker death the same way. Motherfuckers kill me trying to threaten somebody with death. Bitch, I can give you death the same way you can give it to me. Fuck is you talking about? So I can give you the same ass whooping that you can give me. And so that being said, we create fears and magnify them in our mind, and these fears just hold us back from manifesting what's in our heart. And so your mind should never be more powerful than what's in your heart, because your heart actually influences your mind. So if you allow artificial reality, fear, and illusional standards into your heart, then you're gonna allow that shit in your mind. But if you ain't got no fear and you ain't got no fuckery in your heart, you ain't gonna have no fear and no fuckery in your mind, because your heart talks to your brain don't talk to your heart. And so with that being said, family, boom, I'm gonna end this video here. Understand the science of the electrical charge that you hold. Understand the importance of maintaining the electrical charge. Not just through dietary means, but through relationship means. It don't gotta even be intimate. It can be friendship, family. If a person is, I wouldn't give a fuck if you was my mother. I wouldn't care if you was my mother, my father, whoever. If you're negative and you're not supportive, your ass gotta go. Because you gotta look at people, places, and things like chargers. Would you put your phone on a charger that's draining it? If I had a charger that not only was not charging your phone, it was draining the battery more, would you put your phone on it? Hell no. You only want your phone on chargers that charge your battery. So your body is your phone and your soul is your battery. Why you keep putting yourself in positions with people, places, and things that's not charging up your soul, aka inspiring you, but they're draining you, okay? If every time a motherfucker call you or come in contact with you, it drains you, you don't need to be in contact with them. If every time you go somewhere, such as school, or you read a weak-ass history book, and it's talking negative about you, and it's draining you, you don't need to be there. If every time you watch the goddamn news, it's some negative bullshit on the news, and it's draining you, you don't need to be watching that. And so, we need to understand the science of the power that we hold, or that you could hold, and why you not holding it. Because you allowing somebody else to be an incubus and suck that motherfucking power right out of you. You could be having a beautiful day, went to work, came home, you know, planned on doing something for your loved one or whatever with the kids, and then you turn on the news and you see some bullshit, and now you mad. Now you mad because you see George Zimmerman signing motherfucking Skittles, okay? You didn't allow these people to purposely put this shit in your face to suck your goddamn energy out your body, okay? And so that being said, the more you watch programming, the more you'll be programmed, period. The best programmer for you is you. And so program yourself to become inspired by positive things. Program yourself to become inspired by your goddamn self. You should be your best fan. You should be your #1 fan. You should be your #1 motivator. If you gotta talk to your motherfucking self, please do. Please do. Feel free. I don't give a fuck if the neighbors hear you. Tell them to mind their motherfucking business, because you ain't talking to them. You talking to you. And so that being said, family, change your life. But understand you actually do have the power to change your life. And if you allow fear via the medium of a person, place, thing, circumstance, situation to stop you from taking control of your motherfucking life for a more positive manner and outcome, then you also have to take responsibility for your failure. So don't bring the test home when you get a 100 and show mommy and daddy, tell me, look, mommy and daddy, I got a sticker on my test because I passed it. But then you want to ball up the motherfucker you got a 0 on. Life is a test. You gotta pass the motherfucker or fail it. If you fail to take control of your own destiny, bitch, you getting a 0. Okay? And don't blame nobody else for that motherfucking 0 but you. Don't be talking about the teacher don't like me. Yeah, bitch, I know the teacher don't like you, but bitch, 2 + 2 was not 3. It was 4. Nobody told you to write that. So even though I know this teacher full of shit and she called home and be making complaints about you that ain't just, nigga, she ain't got nothing to do with what the fuck you wrote on that paper on that test. And so even though we know this world is fucked up and we know that money ain't real and we shouldn't be paying for shit that's free and we know that it's police brutality and we know that there's niggas in the hood acting like they ain't got no motherfucking sense and we know that social media is teaching people to be demonic in their behavior, it still ain't no motherfucking reason why you should get a 0 on this test called life. Because you have the ability to study, aka analyze yourself, and you have the ability to motherfucking pass. You don't need a 65 to pass, you don't even need a 100. So it's no excuse why you niggas ain't passing when all we asking for is a 65, motherfucker. You ain't even giving us that. And so with that being said, get your lazy bitch ass up off the motherfucking couch and take responsibility for the path that your soul is going down. Because this is your soul we're talking about. This is not a hobby. This is not 2K. This is not school. This is not none of the weak shit that you niggas think is important. This is your motherfucking soul. So if you gonna fail your own soul, nigga, I don't trust you to even be influencing mine. Bitch, don't worry about what I'm trying to do in life, because you don't give a fuck about your own experience within your own soul. And so with that being said, family, I hope this video has not only educated you in and underneath the means of why you're failing to manifest reality, but I hope I've done some of the things I spoke on in this video, most importantly, inspired you, raised your spiritual vibration, raised your aura strength, aka raised the electrovelocity of your biofield to give you that energy you need to get the fuck up and go reconstruct these atoms sonic geometrically to fit the description of your subconscious mind that you wish to experience.